second game for approximately an hour. We are going to play Magic Cats Pots, which apparently takes 15 to 20 hours to complete, so that's fine. I thought it was another one of those quick games. It is not, but that is okay, because, you know, we might actually hit this target thing. Okay, so published and developed by Red Deer Games, Magic Cats Pots came out on the 31st of October 2024. It's an ID at Xbox game. Thank you to ID at Xbox for the code for this one. You want to purchase it yourself on Xbox, which is what we're playing on. It's £8.39, $9.99. We have some information. It is also available on Switch and Steam. And possibly PlayStation. It's really hard to find information. Red Deer site, a lot of it is just, we're available on Steam and we're available on Switch. Cool. And all the links go to, like, Steam or Switch. But they're very much cozy puzzly games. There's one called The Cat's Cosmic Atlas that just looks adorable and about stars. So yeah, we will. Okay, there are 18 achievements for this one, all of which are obtainable. And yeah, that is the main bit. We get to restore broken porcelain and reveal hidden magic in Magic Cats Pots Puzzles. Magic Cats Pots Puzzles. So yeah. Let's just play. Because it looks cute, doesn't it? Same people as Fit My Cat. So similar artistry. Oh, it's basically like a jigsaw puzzle with bits of porcelain. And Red Deer Games, as I said. So yeah, another idea at Xbox One. Let me just switch back here. We are recording. Good. So about an hour. Oh, and then we'll have another break, and then we'll switch games again. So yeah, did I say hi to Circle? I think I must have done that, was a while ago. Okay, settings. English. I don't actually know how to get to the music there. Credits. Developed, ported, published by Red Deer Games. Cute. Wait, hang on. Oh, we went in there. Okay. I don't know what I hit, actually. X gives me a hint. I didn't actually want a hint. I wanted sort of to figure out what the controls were. That looks like it's Y. But it's not. Just want to know how to rotate. Okay. We're gonna have to figure. Aha, right, okay. A picks up. LT, RT. Rotate. Yeah, I didn't actually need the hint. Though, you know, obviously good to explore what the buttons mean. I wanted the controls. There we go. Continue. I have no idea what level I'm playing on. Because I was trying to... probably easy. I feel like the whole thing is upside down, but I don't think it matters. We're just gonna glue some bits of pots together. So it's, what would be really cool is if it put them together with like the gold, like the, is it Japanese way of repairing stuff with gold? I don't know what the actual word is. Maybe I should go back to the menu because, aha, right, okay. We've done it on like 1 star. Okay, wow, okay. So there's mugs and bowls and, okay, right. It's just because there's a confirm A at the bottom. Behind me it says confirm A. And then, like, this goes in between the settings, but then I don't want to accidentally put it in a language I don't speak. But then it just sort of went straight into the game. So I guess maybe you have to unlock difficulties by completing them on 1 difficulty, so we'll have a look. Unfortunately, the cursor speed is very slow. Aha. Those fireballs. Yeah. Does anyone know what the art of repairing stuff with gold is called? But yeah, so little puzzles today. Me obsessing about stats because I'm like, oh no, it's fine. I don't need to hit the number on the dot exactly. And it's like, yeah, no, I kind of really want to hit 11111 on the dot because it would be kind of cool. So we'll see how many G's we get out of the 1300 that we need from this one. I don't even know what you get the first achievement for. All levels on cozy, medium, hard. All cups on all difficulties, or bowls, or jars, or kettles, or tins, or plates. All puzzles with moving cats on cozy difficulty. Okay. Bring to life 4 cats, 8 cats, 12 cats, 16 cats. Okay. So we've done, congratulations, mugs 4 out of 14. I thought we have 4 out of 14 when we win. 5 out of 14. I really thought we were going quite faster than that. Unless we've done... Oh, we may have accidentally restarted those twice. Complete the mug category to unlock. Complete the game to unlock. Okay, right. This one has a cat on it, so this might count as bringing a cat to life. Maybe this one counts as bringing a cat to life. cute. Oh, yeah. Dawan brought a cat to life. Oh, it's cute. I want to pet it, but I can't. Oh, if we didn't click on continue quite so fast, we actually get the status. Yeah, we did those first levels again because I clicked on the wrong button, clearly. But that's fine. Right. I've been watching the new season of The Traitors. The UK one, not the US one. I know that's also started. Yeah, it's very fraught with emotions. Velbo, how you doing? Very fraught with emotions. Also, first openly autistic person, well, guy, on there as well, which is interesting. Because there have been, you know, neurodivergent people on it in the past, but no one who, you know, came and went, you know, I'm autistic. He has not had the best of luck, and, you know, the way he chose to play the game, which is valid. But it just always makes me think, it's like, I would never want to go on there, just purely because I'd be exhausted after, like, you know, 4 days, if I even made it that long. Just because of, you know, how much energy it would take. And then everyone would be like, oh, Joe, you changed your entire personality. I'm like, yeah, I ran out of energy. You know, that's assuming I even make it past, like, the first day. But it always takes me, you know, several episodes before I've got a handle on what people are called. I'm terrible with names. It's like, I'd be going in and be like, I'm going to write down everyone's name. And then it'll be like, oh no, Joe's writing down everyone's name. That clearly means it's like, no, I just have terrible memory with names and faces. That one is cute as well, but it's not magic. Oh, this one is cute. I mean, anyone that has a cat on it is going to be, this is cute. This one might be alive. Yeah, magic cat. Hi, magic cat. I'm going to watch the uncovered episodes, and then I'm going to watch the American ones. And then I'm going to catch up on whatever it is I've missed from regular stuff while I was busy binging Ladybug and Cat Noir, because I love Ladybug and Cat Noir. But I've now caught up, and I'm waiting for the new season. We did all the mugs. Okay, does this mean we can do a mug on medium? Haha, okay. Let's do something slightly harder then. Okay. It wouldn't be so bad if they weren't so dang tiny. No, not tiny. It's okay that they're tiny. They're slow. Oh, also, that's why a cup is the wrong way around. Cup is the wrong way around. That's why I've not suddenly not got thing. Because my cup was the wrong way around. But it always amuses me anyway with how they're like, oh my god, like, you know, 100% you're faithful, 100% you're a traitor. It's like, oh, I have my besties, you know, and I know that none of them would betray me. And it's always quite funny when it's like, yeah, but like one of your besties is actually a traitor. This was the first one where someone went like that, and I'm like, actually, yeah, no, you are right this time. You have managed to find a good group. And then, of course, it all falls apart because someone says something or does something, and then everyone's upset. But yeah. Hey, Horror. Okay, so the medium difficulty is slightly more difficult. We like slightly more difficult. We have to complete the whole game to be able to get the hard one, but hey. I can see why it takes so long. It takes, you know, so long because it takes so long just to move the pieces around. I was like, a faster cursor speed would be good. So yeah, this one's slightly slower, but that's okay. Some games are just slower. How is everyone doing this weekend? Have you played anything fun? I should probably stretch. Oh, has anyone played anything fun? Watched anything cool? You finally played Dear Esther. Wow. Dear Esther. Is that the one with the diary? Trying to remember. I think I played it, but it was a while ago. But is that the one with the diary where you have all the little mini game things? Yeah. Cool. Yes, don't forget to collect your daily Chivo. If you have just arrived. Letters. It's the original walking sim. Okay, so it's not the... No, hang on. Which is the one that has, like, the swing set? Trying not to spoil it. I'm thinking of Edith Finch. Yes, okay. Right. Is Dear Esther the one that is set on, like, a coastline? A coastline. Come on, Joe. More words would be good. And you do a lot of, like, yeah, I probably, because you've said walking and walking sort of sim, but it's sort of sat on an island off of Europe. Yeah, that's what the one I'm thinking of then. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got what I was thinking. I don't think I streamed that one. I think that was just one game that I had way before. I think I enjoyed it, but it, you know, it wasn't anything spectacular. Oh, you've been ill? Duty's not good. I am sorry you have been ill. Aha. It was the first walking sim? Are we sure? It wasn't the first one I played. Because there's the sort of the... He listens to the dev commentary, that's cool. Yeah. I'm not... I don't... You know. I'm not... I don't remember time. Time has no meaning for me, so... If you say it's the first, I'll believe you, because honestly, I have no concept of time. I had thought something else was the first. The one that has the... Well, I'm going to say it's the lesbian one. Home something. But again, you know, time. It started out as a Half-Life... Gone Home, thank you. It started off as a Half-Life 2 mod. Esther did? Really? I didn't know that. That's a cool bit of information. Thank you. And there was also Welcome to the Rapture. Which, I don't know where that fits, but yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, the problem is, you know, if I'm waiting for it to come out on Xbox, then... You know, inevitably it'll have been out a while, and I have, unless I stream it and look it up specifically, I don't know whether, you know, when it's, how long it's been out and all that, so that's cool. I did not know it started out as a Half-Life 2 mod. That's cool. But yes, I had thought it was Gone Home. Thank you for filling in the name. But obviously, you know, it wasn't. Hey, Leaky. But yeah, no, that's cool. I like knowing these things. Thank you for sharing. Some of the games may have been released, but as the mod, it was probably... Yes, exactly. So yeah, if I was looking at release dates, I would not knowing about the mod thing. So yeah, cool. I love it when people share trivia and cool facts in my channel. I also love it when we talk about food and make horrendous puns. And Jesus Christ, it's cold again. I wouldn't feel so bad if it was snowing, because the snow actually makes it warmer. But also, you know, it's like another weekend is gone. And it's just like, where has it gone? Wiki says Dear Esther was first released in 2008. Blimey. Wow, that was a while ago. Yeah, I wasn't really... Yeah, I was going to say, that definitely didn't come to Xbox then. I was going to say, that was at least an Xbox. It definitely wasn't like a... Because that's 360 era, right? And Dear Esther was not a 360 era game. I'm fairly certain that came out with a 1. Redeveloped for commercial release in 2012, bought to consoles in 2016. Yeah. Yeah, because as I said, I thought It Was Gone Home was the first one, but, you know, I'm not gonna... That's only just because I thought I read that somewhere. And, as I said, my memory for time is shit. But yeah. Right. Ha! I am playing a put the pot back together. Some of them have cats on, but it has the slowest cursor speed, and I'm like, come on. It's a 15 to 20 hour completion because the cursor speed is ridiculous. Gone Home was fun. I enjoyed it. And I like the rubber ducky, and I specifically liked trying to do the speed run. It was like the first game that I really properly attempted like a speed run on. I figured I was probably gonna like it because, you know, it was one of those games that people were like, oh no, don't play this, it's woke. So of course immediately I want to play it because, you know, every piece of media that people accuse of being woke, I also always want to buy and consume in many quantities, because generally it means that it's going to be pretty good. I hadn't played it until it came out on console, so I was well behind. I didn't know anything specifically about it, I think, but I'd heard about it. I don't know where that bit goes, so... Is this a bit of handle? Yes, handle. Yeah. So yeah, it was great environmental storytelling. But I liked how they did the achievements, because I think it was one for like carrying the ducky all the way through and stuff. But yeah, I didn't play it till well after it was ported to console. Well after it was released, so when it was sort of ported to console. But I don't know if I played it straight away. I really can't remember. I do like sort of... I don't like the name Walking Sim particularly, because I feel like it's just a different way of telling a story. But Walking Simulator got coined as the expression for it. There are a lot of games that are called walking simulators that are not, and there are a lot of games that, you know, are not that should be. It's a Games with Gold title. That's possibly, you know, because way back when I started gaming, I did not have, you know, well, there were not as many games that came out. A lot of stuff I didn't know about True Achievements straight away. So, you know, I didn't necessarily know about stuff when it was recent until I, you know, found True Achievements, and then, you know, were like, oh, well, I should try and, like, play more games and stuff. But, yeah. I've forgotten where I was going with this sentence, so I'm just going to abandon it here. Exactly. It's like walking simulator to me mean, you know, I want that game to also have a really good story. Otherwise, you are literally just, if you're just literally walking around and there's no story, I feel like that's sort of a non-game. And I'm not, you know, interested in playing something that's not actually trying to tell a story. I feel like Walking Simulator really is, you know, you've got to have the story there. You know, not that I've played the Rapture one, but, you know, I'm fairly certain it has a story. Yeah, I tend to only play them if they come out on Xbox. I don't play sort of like Steam games as much, which is a decision I made purely based on time and availability and ease of streaming. It doesn't mean I'll never play them, but it's much more likely that I'll play something if it's out on Xbox. And I know some games never will come to Xbox, so, you know, but at the moment I just don't have the time. I can't make the time, I guess. Some games I own that I'll never play, but I'm glad I own them. Yeah, I kind of like ones that don't sort of hold your hand through the game, so you can you're sort of presented with this sort of information randomly or otherwise, and you're like, what the heck is going on? I don't actually know. I've never looked up that game particularly, so I don't actually know the story behind that. So, yeah. Layers of Fear scared me more than I wanted to know the story. Yeah. Firewatch is cool. That was long. I remember it being long. Edith Finch. Story games rather than walking sim. Yeah, but I don't think walking sim has a category, a genre. On, I think it's just classed under adventure on TA. 1980s rural England is often used as a game setting. Exactly. Isn't Atomfall set in England? Layers of Fear may have been a good game, but, you know, I was in the kitchen and knives started getting thrown at me, and then I was in the library and it betrayed me by a book monster attacking me, and I don't know if I can ever go back to it. Because I did a little bit of it more. I did it for a stream, which of course mix at 8, so there's no evidence of it. Which annoys me, because it's like I damn well did it. And that was from the beginning of the game, and then I played a little bit more with someone in my ear giving me walkthrough instructions and telling me when there were jump scares for a competition. Can't remember. A competition, I can't remember what it was. But again, I don't know whether now my anxiety is medicated, whether I'd go back to it, or whether it's just lost it now. I'd enjoy Town of Light. Yes, and exactly, Valbo. Was it Valbo that said that? Yes, Valbo. Games have always been political, as one might say. They always have the they always have a message. They always have. They always will. Media is not, you know. So, you know, it always amuses me when people call media woke. Because it's like, right, well, cool. That means I will enjoy it, generally. You know. DEI is currently the negative term for things the right haters, yeah. Well, I think people are still using woke. DEI tends to be when it comes to sort of particularly with companies. So it's something that I always check when I'm doing interviewing. I mean, I played Town of Light. I did not like it. That was, I think, a little more body horror. Don't like body horror. I think it also just freaked me out. You know, I played it. I think I streamed Town of Light. Layers of Fear definitely was very, very creepy. And I've certainly played games where, you know, they have been scary. But, you know, my anxiety is currently medicated. So, you know, I potentially would go back to Layers of Fear. But I don't know, you know, if I really enjoyed it enough. I mean, Final Fantasy puts dudes in the most ridiculous outfits. So, you know, aside from Final Fantasy 15, which I hated with a vengeance. Because they basically went, oh, it has to be like 5 guys. Because guys can't have, you know, bonding time if there are women around. So, aside from 15, which was just terrible. Final Fantasy, yes, has always put guys in ridiculous outfits. Had great hair. And, you know, female characters as, like, you know, protagonists, or at least, you know, not damsels in distress. So, yeah. But I imagine, you know, if Final Fantasy originally came out in this day and age, it would probably get, you know, touted as well. Where is this bit going? Don't know. But yeah. Yeah. God forbid a game actually have, you know, not a straight white man. 13 was brilliant. Don't leave out 13. 13 is my favorite Final Fantasy. Long messages, push the chat off and I can't read. Hang on. Right. Yes, I am using the term woke sarcastically, just to clarify. I like diversity in cast and story. And Lightning, yes. She was called Lightning, but it wasn't just her. That's where that bit goes. I am definitely using woke sarcastically because I am mocking the right. Just to clarify, in case that was not clear, because I know I'm not good at the sarcasm. You know, I do not think any media forces diversity down our throats, because just by existing is not forcing it down your throat, and that's what a lot of people say. I feel like, you know, the straight white male agenda gets forced down my throat way too often. You know, which is why I choose to specifically pursue media that, you know, doesn't have that. So yeah. Yeah, Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. That was the 13 era. I loved that. That was the first one that was out on Xbox as well. I mean, yes, the story was confusing as hell because it traveled through time. But it was amazing because it was I got to properly have, you know, Final Fantasy on Xbox. I mean, I did get stuck on 13.1 and only finally finished that thanks to UHH. Or at least got past the bit I was stuck on thanks to UHH. I was playing Chin, ironically. It's only ironic because we have our differences when it comes to genre stuff. But I loved Final Fantasy 13. And yeah, I was just looking at, like, you know, 13 and then, yeah, you know, the older ones. And it's just like, yeah, you can't really argue that they're putting women in revealing outfits, you know, without acknowledging the fact that they also put men in extremely revealing outfits. Which always make me giggle. So yeah. But yeah. And yes. So yeah. But still, you know, I very much will, if I'm looking at reviews for something and see, oh, this thing is so woke because, oh my god, it has characters that are not straight white men in it, I will be like, cool, then I'll like it. Because I think the right are complete arseholes. You know, so yeah. I don't think I've heard of cool. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. I've not heard of that, but female hero is good. But yeah, you know, when you mod the Xbox One channel, and during the game announcements, it's like, oh my god, like, what's with all the, you know, women and black characters and whatever, and it's like, well, because, you know, significant portion of the population deserves to be represented. Thank you very much. You can go away now. Just because woman does not have, you know, ginormous boobs defying the laws of gravity, you know, doesn't mean she deserves to be insulted and called ugly, even if she is a fictional character. Because then people that, you know, resemble her are gonna feel like, you know, they don't deserve to be in video games, and everyone deserves to be represented. Well, exactly, horror. Yeah. Is it relevant to the game to know their sexuality? I mean, you know. Yes, usually. You know, because what game with a straight white man doesn't always have them, like, having big boobed women and prostitutes fawning all over them? So. Oh yeah, you know. My entire identity is apparently political. It's like, no, it's not. It's my freaking identity. Bowl, jar, kettle, pitchers, plate, pot, teacup, and vase. So, bowl is unlocked next. We'll do a little bit of bowl on cozy. And then we'll switch games. I vehemently disagree with, you know, being told that I can't talk about who I am because it's political. It's like, it's literally who I am. They only play games with female leads. I mean, that's a reasonable... that is perfectly reasonable to say that. If they're only playing games with female leads that have big boobs is because they want to watch that, then that is a different reasoning. The weapons are humans. Well, I guess it depends on why they said it. But, you know, I try and only read books by female authors and people of colour. Or BIPOC authors and female authors and, you know, LGBTQIA plus authors. And, you know, I try and read very little by white men. I just don't find them particularly great. And there are plenty of people that won't play a game with a female main character, so... I guess it depends if you're from a group which has traditionally been underrepresented, yet represents, you know, a larger portion of the population. I don't think anything shoves it down your throat. I think if you actually had something shoved down your throat, you would, you know. Have a different opinion on that. But, you know. Oh, this one's pretty. It's not just diversity, though. It's diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. It's letting underrepresented voices be heard. And understanding that it's not freaking pie. And that's generally the reason, Valbo, that, you know, people want to play as women in games, because they want to look at their butt or their boobs. And which is why you get so much of a blowback when they are not fitting the male gaze. Oh, I like this one. This one is cute, and this one gave me an achievement. Yay! It's not pie. Just because, you know, it's if you think of it, you know, if you're used to having all the attention because you are a white man, then, you know, other people getting attention. I'm not explaining this very well. Basically, you know, equity is not about pie. I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. My brain is cold. There's a lovely saying, and I wish I could think of it right now. Let me just look it up. Oppression. Feels like oppression. Feels like oppression. Feels like oppression. When you're accustomed to privilege, equity feels like oppression. And it's not pie. You know, someone else getting the equality, you know, equal treatment does not mean you get less. It means you're not on an equal footing. I'm not going to moderate big butts and big boobs, you know, unless it's used derogatively, you know. Hey, Evo. But yeah. Abby in... Oh god, yeah, the Abby in The Last of Us Part 2 was totally lambasted for daring to have a physique that was completely appropriate for the setting. It's not the exclusion of everybody else, horror, though. As I said, it's not pie. And to everybody that's had privilege, equity, equality feels like oppression, but it is not. Wanting to support underrepresented authors, you know, women, BIPOC people, BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, people of colour. Can I say BIPOC people? Because it sounds a little bit like doing ATM machine. BIPOC people, LGBTQIA plus, you know, authors. Let me just do BIPOC authors, and then I'm not repeating words. You know, supporting them doesn't mean that the male authors are not gonna get their books bought. I, as much as I would love to, do not influence the entirety of the media. My choice is my choice, and I want to do it because, you know, of my reasons. This one looks weird and... Oh, this one is breaking my brain. What's this one supposed to look like? Okay, right, hang on. You know, it's not restrictive for me. For me, it is actually very freeing. There's the idolized version of a woman, Balbo, you know, the one that is usually the result of the male gaze. It tends to be, you know, that's what stereotypically is portrayed in media. If that's not your preference, that's fine. Yeah, but horror, the point is that I'm one person. If I make that decision, doesn't mean everyone else has to. I'm not forcing it on anybody else. I am just saying that is my decision. You know, there is a large portion of the book reading population that are vocal about these things. Yes, and the follow-up to that cartoon with the boxes is if you remove the fence, then everyone can see because you're removing the barriers to entry. But yeah, it's equality versus equity. You know, it is making sure that everybody has shoes, but it's understanding that not everyone needs the same pair of shoes. But it's also understanding that some people may not even like shoes. You know, some people, you know, that everyone is different and is allowed to have different opinions. And me saying that, you know, I prefer reading books by women does not mean that men cannot write books. Doesn't stop men writing books. Just, I am choosing what I want to consume in the media. It's why I like playing indie games. Because not many people play them. I like to showcase indie games. I think we're probably going to stop this one here because we just finished all the bowls, having done 2 lots of mugs. And we got an achievement. Yay! So we are definitely not going to smash through that number. Yes, everyone deserves to see themselves represented in media. Everybody deserves to see themselves represented in media. Especially mainstream media. You know? And that is how you improve society. Because it shows the little boys that, you know, little girls can be superheroes. It shows people that, you know, disabled people, you know, can do so much more than society, you know, squashes them into a box. I mean, if we're talking about the fantasy genre, Valbo, then heck yeah. You know, you have so much better. Because also, you know, you get your women written by women, and oh my god, they actually feel like real people. Rather than, you know... Well, we won't go there. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. We're going to take a slightly bigger break now before we start the next game. Because I require some more hydration. My tea is cold and empty. This was Magic Cat's Pots. It's very cute, cozy game, but I think it's going to be a little bit too slow to do anymore. For now on stream. So we're going to move on to the next game. We're just going to put this up briefly. We're not going anywhere. We're going to go into a break. And I will be back in a few minutes after I've run this ad.